I've been doing a lot of studying over the last few months. I've been learning so much along that time, which has been really fun. I've just recently qualified as a primordial cell meditation instructor, and I've now decided to take on a new course which is called Epigentics. So I find this subject super fascinating. It's only been quite recent over the last few years, and there's a lot more research coming out now. So epigenetics effectively is the thought and the perception can have a massive influence and change on the body. Within this area, we've been told for years that our genes are hereditary. Our genes are passed in the family. So if you have your grandparents that have diabetes, your parents have diabetes, then you're going to get diabetes. This actually isn't true. If you change the environment, if we can change the thought process, if we can change that belief, then you can change the genome makeup in your body. So let me give you some examples just to make a bit more sense of it. So whenever we think something first, we cause reactions in the body. As an example, someone mentions food. All of a sudden you thought food and then you get hungry. If someone walks past you and you're attracted to them and you flirt with them a little, you get a bit horny, you get attracted, you get these sensations in the body. These sensations are very different to when you get angry. So as an example, if someone walks past you and you don't like this person, or they've done something to annoy you, you think of them, and then all of a sudden the reaction comes after. These are just words that we kind of label them. But I always say, if you can go beyond words and try and notice the feelings within the body. When you get stressed, where is that feeling? When you get horny, where is that feeling? Like, we always have the thought first. And again, there's all these electrical impulses, there's these neural pathways. So what I find really interesting, we just touched on dementia and Alzheimer's. And the definition of Alzheimer's, which I've just been taught, is inactivity of the brain. So 95% of our day is subconscious. We do things without even thinking about it. Let's take driving. When you drive, half the time you don't even know how you got to the other destination. That's an internal habit that we've built up from repetition and repetition. That's unconscious. But when we are in an unconscious state, your brain is not actually working. If you did a brain scan, you'll see there wouldn't be much activity at all. When we talk about being present and conscious, which is only 5% of our day, that's when the brain starts like rewiring itself, sending new impulses, and this is where new memories can start being built into the subconscious. So when we do these daily habits, the Alzheimer's, when I said it's inactivity of the brain. So like I said, with the brain scanner on, in unconscious states, when you're in flow, there's not much activity going on. So if you get to a stage when you're older and your routine becomes the same every single day, your brain's not actually needed to work, which means the cells which work on keeping the body efficient and just keeping the body active the whole time are realizing, oh, that brain's not working. So we're not actually going to put any energy into that at all. And over time, it deteriorates. I use an analogy that will make even more sense. So as a little one, you break your arm. And what used to happen, you put the arm in a cast and you leave it there for 6 to 8 weeks. When you pull the cast off, what happens? The muscle shrinks, the bone shrinks. Why? Because it's been inactive so long, the cells and the brain realize that actually I don't need to use this. So we stop sending energy there. We stop sending all the red and white blood cells. We stop sending anything there because it doesn't need to do it. So your body is thinking, right, let me save energy here and let me put it on something that is working. So on my next post, the whole focus should be about re-stimulating the brain every single day, changing up what we're doing, breaking habits. And I'm going to introduce you to an easy strategy to implement, but you'll start seeing how automatic our behaviours are. Check out my next post and let me know how you get on. And if you've got any more questions on this, I've only just started, so this is all new to me, but I can't recommend it enough. 2 books that I'd say go and get for anyone. It will change your life, it will change your relationships, it will change your relationships with your children, the way that you handle your emotions. So your first one is Becoming Supernatural, Joe Dispenza. Again, breaks it down so simply, gives you loads of different things that you can start implementing. And I make sense of it. Like, I feel like all this good is happening in my life at the moment, just based on what I've been learning and putting into place. And the second book is by Bruce Lipton, and it's called The Honeymoon Effect. That is incredible as well. And they tell you so many different stats on there, give you examples of brain studies, which is loads and loads coming out now. So the science backs it up. So stay present, mix up your routine and start re-stimulating brain activity.